Hi guys, hi, this is Eva from Berber Med Spa, Miami and Atlanta, and today I want to talk about laser skin lightening for black skin, and is there such a thing? So let me just clarify something. Majority of people really don't know how lasers work and on what principle lasers work on skin. So in order for a laser to remove discoloration and do a real resurfacing of the skin and a real lightening of the skin, most of the time, the most prominent lasers that will do that are lasers that use a laser beam, that actually, in simpler terminology, dissolves the fluid, the glue that holds cells together. And by doing that, as you go and you resurface the skin and you ablate the skin, you dissolve the glue that holds the cells, and by that action, actually, you allow a total peeling of the surface of the skin. But that treatment is good for people like myself, people that have white skin. If you have black skin, if you have dark skin, you absolutely could not use this laser, because this laser will actually stimulate your melanin, will burn your skin, and will actually create more discoloration. So it is absolutely crucial that you understand that laser skin lightening on dark skin can really not be done with the same lasers that are done on white skin. Yes, there are lasers. Yes, there are lasers that use treatments to lighten and eliminate discoloration of white skin. But that is only because you don't have so much melanin and there will be no damage. And even if you burn the top layer of the skin, or you burn several layers of the skin, the new skin will grow. There is not too much melanin that to be stimulated that it will make the skin darker. But then, as I said, that's not the case in black skin. So what can black people do? Is there anything that black skin can do? Yes. But people have to be extremely realistic in their expectations. So there is a Q-switch laser. And the Q-switch laser is a laser that can help, not lighten, but help to even tone and brighten the skin, because that Q-switch laser is actually based on the YAG beam laser. And that laser is specifically made, and it's when you use the laser, the operator that uses the laser has to know what they do. But that laser is very superficial, and it will not destroy the pigment of the skin. Of course, the settings have to be correct, and so you can expect a even toning and a brightening. But can you expect to remove discoloration, melasma that you have on your skin with these lasers? No, it will not do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I have these lasers, and I can tell you categorically that it will not remove your discoloration. And you have to understand that as a dark or black person, when you have discoloration, it is due to overstimulation of melanin. Now, why do you have overstimulation of melanin? Because there is a reaction, there's inflammation, and the inflammation stimulates more melanin. Or you have ingrown hair, or you have scars, or you have acne scars, you have wounds, you have eczema, whatever it is, and it will, because everything is stimulating your melanin, and then melanin pushes to the surface and makes the skin darker. Well, in that case, in such a case, you cannot expect, when that is getting so much darker, to use something that would actually get rid of the darkness in a treatment in hocus pocus, because nothing in this world works in hocus pocus, particularly in black skin. And if something works very, very strong and very, very fast, well, then it is a special laser, and that laser can only be used on white skin, cannot be used on black skin, because it stimulates the melanin. So there are two options, and black people have to understand something. In order for you not to get more damage and more discoloration, please understand, there's a lot of hype outside. It's a huge business. Laser and discoloration, it's a $1 trillion business. It's a huge business all over the world. And people will sell you the Brooklyn Bridge 10 times a day because it's a moneymaker. And they will prey on people, and on black people and on dark people who are already seeking help and aid. And so anything little that you will see on Instagram, YouTube, wherever it is, TikTok, wherever, people just lie, and they make it so that they can get you dollar, but they cannot deliver. They cannot deliver. And so what I am telling you is this, and might not be what you want to hear, but treating black skin, which I do for over 40 years, and as the #1 black skincare expert in America, I can tell you categorically, slowly is the motto by which you have to go when you treat dark skin and black skin. So there are two approaches. The best approach is to use, it took me 27 years to create a lightening kit only for dark pigmented skin. It's for all skin, but specifically for dark pigmented skin, that it will not stimulate your melanin. That is the #1 thing that I suggest for everybody to use that has discoloration. It is not bleaching, it is lightening and eliminating and getting rid of the discoloration. But it can take you a year, it can take you half a year, it can take you 8 months. This is not something that happens overnight, because my treatment, that it took me 27 years to figure out what I can use on black and dark skin that it will not stimulate the melanin. And please do understand that I created glycolic acid treatments 35 years ago. And I manufactured and exported, and I did phenol pills. I did a lot of pills, but for white skin. They cannot be used on black skin. And that was something that was always very clear to me. And it took me 27 years of try and error and research until I came up on a process and on product that will work, that will not destroy the pigment of the skin. So for black people, there are two options. The #1 option, which is my recommendation, is to get a mandelic acid skin lightening kit. I have a kit for the face and for the body. #2, and you can do it jointly, you use a Q-switch laser. So I have a Q-switch laser. This is a Q-switch laser, and I treat all skin colors, but I treat black skin and I treat discoloration. But what I do is I use both. I use both treatments, and when I do both treatments together, I achieve the desired results, but they don't happen overnight. So I hope that this helped you. Thank you, guys. Ciao, ciao. If you have more questions, you can always call me at 305-864-3333. Ciao, Eva.